Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? Today we got ourselves a banger daily market news and analysis. So without any further ado, let's bring the action. OG Crypto says, hey man, what up, Ski? What up, fam? Let's go. How about you donate some money to my Cash App, rich guy? Hey, bro, if you would have listened to me, you'd be doubled, tripled. ICP, what's cooking? Well, I said that ICP was one of the potential coins that I was keeping my eye on that looked like Wyckoff accumulation was completed. Am I tripping? How are you, bro? Never. Twice better. XRP moon. XRP to the moon. How is everybody? No, XRP actually looks really good on the charts. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at XRP. We're going to take a look at ICP. I want to answer as many questions, bring as much value as humanly possible. XRP to $1 moon. Yes, like a stable coin. XRP is about to hit $1 pretty soon, in my opinion. All right. Can you guys hear the music okay? Is it too loud? Good? All right, so right now, Bitcoin, we thought was working on Wyckoff accumulation in the micro, and I put out on my Patreon that I thought that $41,000 was definitely something that we could hit. Right now, we're getting at a pretty, I don't want to say critical level, because ultimately, my thesis all along is that we're going to come back down here to $35,000. But this is a big level to see, are we really going to get like that blow off top $48,000 Bitcoin like I had theorized all along, or is $42,000 it? Because on a technical level, 42,000 certainly could be it, because that is the 0.5 Fibonacci, and that is just your technical retracement. Filecoin is next. Hello, OG Crypto. My name is Oscar Garcia, so I am an OG. What up, bro? Should look up Suka ETH chain, but very good token for longevity. I've been experimenting with some social trading. I'm sort of dialing in my rules for this, but I don't want to sort of put it out. I don't want to teach it. I don't want to like make any calls on it until I've dialed in what the proper leverage, what the proper time to get in. But I'll give you the gist of the strategy that I've been utilizing, and it's been working very well. Have you heard of Coin? Which one? Jason. Apple. Thank you for the follow, you savages.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
It's called Coin. No, I was just playing. No, I haven't heard of it. ADA meme coin on Solana. All right, so here's like the basic strategy on how you can make a lot of money during this pullback. So ultimately, Bitcoin is going to pull back to $35,000. Like I've said this, I said we were going to go from 25 when we were at $25,000. I said we were going to go to 42, as high as 48,000, and come back to 30 to 35,000. That's still what I think. There is nothing on the charts that tells me that that's not exactly what's happening. I've got like $50 in crypto. How do I multiply it? Shark, continue to dollar cost average, which means you buy a little bit each and every week, regardless of price. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say, and let me give you a good chart to look at here. Let's say you started, let's say you started buying Bitcoin right here at the worst possible time, right? Worst possible time. We would all agree this is the worst time. But had you have started buying $100 each and every week, every single week, all the way until now, you would still be up 40%, even though you started buying at the worst possible time. And 40%, to put that in perspective, is roughly 5 years of stock market gains. Mike Jones says hand orange covering eyes. New meme coin on pre-sale called Meme Combat. Check it out. You think Bitcoin has time to run, then pull back before the ETF? Yeah, it looks, and that's what I was going to get into. What do you think? What do you think about ICP? I like ICP. I hope we get to 48, even a little higher, like 45, 46, 47. Are we crashing soon? Yes, but I still think that there's a good possibility that we're still going to get our $48,000 target. Now, the caveat on that is $42,000 is definitely a technical level. But this is, right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin on the hourly chart. And this is Wyckoff accumulation with your SOS and your back test of your prior trading range. If we're going to get our $48,000 last little leg to the upside, if we're going to get that, 41,000 on the nose, basically, essentially, needs to hold. Now, ultimately, I think we're going to go back to 35,000. I've said this for months. This has been my thesis for months. Ultimately, that's where we're going, in my opinion. The question is 42,000 the end of the rally? Technically 44,000. Or are we going to get to 48,000? 42,000 is a technical level of the 0.5 Fibonacci. So right here is the 0.5. This is a technical level. So like no rules are broken if this is the end of the rally. Like it's not time to panic if this is the end of the rally. However, in the past, Bitcoin has very much honored the 618. Good will buy more at 35. I certainly will be as well. Pepe. Rolaz, thank you for the follow, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
You are absolutely right about your technical analyst on that face green smiling. On the face green smiling. I wish I had more money to invest. Beam. The prediction scroll on the bottom. The two numbers RTL and max or something else. Okay, so like ADA, for example, has $6 to $8. Well, Doge would be a better example. So you have 38 cents and then $2.40. That is your retracement level and your maximum level. So I have basically the minimum price that it will go in 2025 and the maximum price. I don't know which coins are going to go maximum parabolic. I have a good idea on some coins, but ultimately there's going to be some coins that I like that are only going to retrace. There's going to be some coins that I don't like that are going to go parabolic. I am certain of that. But what I am also certain of, unless something is literally absolutely dead, 100% rug pulled, everything will retrace, at least on the market cap, if the inflation isn't absolutely crazy. Will Pepe hit 10 cents? No, it will not. Do you think Link will come back down? Yes. I got a price target for $10 on Link. Dump. Thank you for the follow, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Can you guys hear my cream rising to the top? Oh, yeah. Can NXRA do $5? It's possible, but there's no data. Can you hear it on YouTube? Flare, brother. Should close my long. All right, cool. Because this is like a new software that I don't normally use. I normally use Aurea is 20 possible. Newbie here. Learning a ton. When you say retrace, what fib level are you talking about? Typically, a retracement is 0.5 to the 702. Different coins honor different levels. Like we can see in so here's the 2017 parabolic run for Bitcoin. And then you have your bear market. And then this is your 2018, 2019. This is technically 2019 retracement. And what you'll see is we go to the 618. We wicked a little bit above it, but for all intents purposes, the body close was on the 618. And so that is your sort of technical level for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's done that many times. But the range, the technical range is the 0.5 and the 702. And this is almost not just crypto, but the stock market, all of that. Do you get invited to early token launches? I'm sure I do, but that's not something that I'm interested in. I'm not interested in pumping liquidity and like stealing money, basically, essentially from my audience. That's not something that I'm interested in. Brock, thank you for the follow, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Now, here is a strategy that I'm working on. I'm fine-tuning, but I know that there is certainly something there, as I've made very good profits, about 25 cents for H-bar, or 30, as I've made very good profits, but I'm fine-tuning my strategy on this. But everyone is sort of aware of Jim Cramer, right? And here you go. This is me just talking nonsense. Here's the strategy, okay? Everyone knows, like, Jim Cramer is, basically does the opposite, right? Well, there are some crypto influencers I won't say any names, but they basically have the same effect. And anytime you see them shilling some meme coin that's up 10,000%, they sort of have the same effect as Jim Cramer. And I'm not going to tell you any names, but just insert your favorite crypto influencer, and they are like the Jim Cramer of crypto. Okay? So when everyone was talking about Bonk, I looked at the Bonk chart. And I noticed that Bonk was up 10,000%. Or whatever it was, 100x. And I noticed, whoops, on the weekly RSI of Bonk, that this thing was literally maximum, the highest I've ever seen any coin, 98.98. And I saw ex crypto influencers, I won't say any names, talking about how much money people are going to make on Bonk. And I shorted Bonk. And I, not even a lot of leverage. Like, I think it was like 20x leverage. And I made like a 4x just by being a contrarian. So this is a strategy that I'm working on. It's not my traditional trading strategy, but I think there's definitely something there. Same thing for Caspa. I'm considering ICP. I would have to look at how overheated we actually are here. Pretty damn overheated. 86 on the weekly. That's not out of this world overheated. On the daily, we're on 94. That's pretty overheated. Do you get invited to early token launch? No. If I do, they're in my inbox, and it's not. That's the whole point of my rant right now. It's not something that I'm interested in. I'm not interested in promoting a coin to make a little bit of money and just wreck my audience, basically. That's not something that I'm interested in doing. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not interested in stealing money, basically, from my audience that I've worked so hard to build. I'm trying to bring as much value as I can. What engine gonna do in the bull run? I got engine at the bottom scrolling. AA Ron. What do you think of Cybra? I don't. Oh, yeah, it's at the bottom. INJ. What's the ticker for Cybra? VV Finance. DGB, ICP. Respect for you win 100x for your stance on early launch tokens, scams, and pumps and dumps. Yeah, that's not something I'm interested in doing. XYO. When you think the ETF's going to get... maybe... I don't... I'm on ICP right now. I think it's overheated. This looks like Wyckoff accumulation and your sign of strength here, but this is very overheated, and I don't know what the tokenomics on this coin are. But I think we're going to get a normal back test of about $6, $7. My G, what do you think about Algo? I like Algo. It is a pretty new AI. My favorite AI coin is DNX. Are you David Crypto Rising? So you just signed up for the Patreon, so you should have access to all of my videos right now. I need you to email me your portfolio, yourboyski@gmail, and I'll send it to you over on the Patreon after my live stream is done. And I will send you I'll send you the link to the private Discord as well. But for me to do your portfolio review, I need you to send me over your portfolio on yourboyski@gmail. I like XYO. I appreciate your support, Mike. So every week we do videos on the Patreon. And once I give you the private Discord, you can request in-depth TA on whatever coin you want. But every Thursday, essentially, is when I do my videos for the Patreon. Thoughts on NXRA? I really like NXRA, but I think it's overheated. I think most of the market is overheated. And I've been looking for opportunities to short the market. And that's been going pretty well for me. Do you think VV Finance has a chance? I don't know anything about that. How do I join? Melissa, the link is in my bio. It is Patreon. Whoops. It's my Patreon. Or you can go to patreon.com/yourboyski. Either or. What does your Patreon include? Different levels. So there's the $10 level, and that comes with my full course, over 18 hours of lessons at this point. It comes with my private Discord, books that have helped me, my portfolio, anytime I buy, call, or sell anything outside of my normal dollar cost average. And it comes with requested in-depth technical analysis. That is the $10 membership. And then the $53 membership comes with all of the benefits listed. In addition to that, it is a portfolio review as well as the exit strategy for your entire portfolio. Thoughts on Beam? Beam is a mineable coin. And why Quant not moving? Quant is not moving because it was the strongest performer in the bear market. All right, so let's look at Beam. I don't really know that much about Beam, but I know that it is a mineable coin. And in fact, when I was going over my how to find the next coin like Caspa, Beam was one that I was considering in that video because I could see that the miners. If you guys haven't seen that video, you should check out that video, how to find the next Caspa. But I mentioned Beam in the video because you could see on this website right here, Mining Pool Stats, that the miners were going to Beam. Now, they weren't going there at a crazy rate, but they were one of the higher ones. And I actually considered buying Beam then, but I ended up buying something else, and it did a 5x. I don't even remember what the coin was. So Cornflux is up right now. Okay, listen, I'm going to give you guys not financial advice, but Cornflux is up a 4x on the mining difficulty, but the price is down. That is a good sign for me. It was Carlson. That's right. It was Carlson. And that did a 5x. So Cornflux, non-financial advice, mining difficulty, meaning the miners are mining this coin 5 times more than they were 7 days ago, but the price is down. And you guys know my theory on this. Where liquidity goes, where mining power goes, liquidity flows. Okay. And I saw Beam on this list the other day when I was making that video. I don't know anything about the coin personally, but I know that it is profitable to mine it. That's all I know about Beam. Yo boy Ski, what up, bro? He gonna laugh at my portfolio. I won't laugh at your portfolio. Kaspa all-time high. We need to see how low it goes because it's already at the max. It'll go higher. All right, let's look at Beam real quick. And this is what I've been saying this for, like the OGs know. Like Beam is there's no chart data on this thing. I don't know where this is gonna go. I can't give you like any prediction. Crypto Rising says sent. All right, bro. Just give me a few days to get back with you on that. But yeah, the OGs know that like I've been saying about Kaspa that this thing is way overheated. It was already to the max parabolic level at the 4.236, and it was already at the Wyckoff distribution. We'll look at Kaspa in just a second, but we need to see how low it's going to go. My prediction is somewhere between 7 and 5 cents for Kaspa, and then I can tell you like what the next ride up is going to be. Do you post your portfolio on the Discord for non-paying members? I don't. And I don't even know how Patreon. Well, I mean, if you're in the Discord and you're not paying, then, you know, that's just good on you, I guess. But Patreon isn't supposed to allow people to sign up without paying. I don't know why it's been doing that. But I don't give people the Discord link without becoming a member, a paid member. Is it me or is your screen not focused? All right, so we're gonna look at Quant, and then we're gonna look at Kaspa, because I'm actually very bearish on Kaspa right now. So the question was asked, why is Quant not moving? And here's your answer. Because it was the strongest performer during the bear market when everything else was dead. It did a 4.5x. That is the answer. So when you have a 5x run and then a back test, reconsolidation, that is a perfectly normal and healthy move to do. And right now, we have like a rock solid base here. This level at basically called $100 is solid. And this is even like your little spring. So like the next move is going to be a big one, in my opinion. But why isn't Quant doing anything? Because it was already the strongest performer. It did a 5x. All right, let's look at Kaspa. I'm very bearish on Kaspa. I've been shorting Kaspa, and I'll give you guys like one. I'll show you like what kind of stuff I put on my Discord. Let me show you real quick. I'll show you what kind of stuff I'm putting, what I put on my Discord, on the private Discord. All right, so I said not financial advice, working on a social contrarian strategy. I'm trying to dial in the leverage, back testing. However, before I teach it, however, social media influencers are promoting Kaspa. Miners are leaving Kaspa. What I was talking about earlier. The miners were leaving Kaspa at a huge rate. and it already hit the 4.236 extension. And then a few hours later, I posted my 1x trade that I made shorting Kaspa. So this is the type of stuff that I put on the private Discord. But if we look at Kaspa, I am very bearish on this thing. And this is already broken support now. Like, this thing at a minimum is coming to 8 cents. Minimum. Bare minimum. But likely it's coming to 5.5 cents. Because it already went full parabolic. As you can see here. Like, this is the max. We wicked above it for a couple of days. But if we like really zoom in on Kaspa, 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections at the 4.236, which I don't even count the 4.236 as the max. I don't even count it as the max. My stream is blurry. All right, hold on. I'll fix it. And furthermore, it's doing, in my estimation, it's working on Wyckoff distribution, which is how you measure a top is in. So you have your buying climax, your automatic reaction, your secondary test, your sign of weakness, your up thrust, and now we're somewhere in here on our LPS. This is it. Like, we're coming at a minimum 8 cents minimum for Kaspa, but we're probably coming back down to 5 cents. And there's no support. There's thin air in between here and here. I might even, if this holds for a little bit, I might even open up a short on this later. Not financial advice. A lot of us are blurry. All right. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Oops. All right. How's that? Is that better? Looking at the Bitcoin bearish cross on the, yeah, I mean, that's a thing, but it's all right, I need to get my chat. Hold on, I gotta fix this shit. Oh, and I'm broken. Jesus. Entire screen, and we'll do this one right here. Also audio. Do that one. Pull this one over, and then we'll do like one of these numbers. There we go. How's that? Is that better? All right, I don't like this. There we go. All right, that's fine. All right, we got. All right, cool. Much better. Bitcoin sarcastic, RSI bearish also. Yeah, no, in the macro, I think Bitcoin is bearish. I think that and I've said all along that I think that we're going to come from 42 to 48,000 back down to 35,000, as low as 30,000. That's been my thesis forever, for months and months and months. However, the question remains, if that's the macro move, and I believe it to be, the question is, what are we doing in the micro? Are we going to get one more little, are we going to get one more little because it appears like we're doing Wyckoff accumulation in the micro. So this could bring us potentially to $47,000 in the micro, and this could be like on a 4-hour candle, and that would bring us all the way back down after that to $35,000. But in the macro, yes, I think that Bitcoin looks bearish, and I'm like, I've been bear, like not a bear, but I've been a bull the whole Bitcoin, all of 2022, all of 2023. I've been bullish the entire time, and when we got above 42K is when I flipped, and I've been bearish ever since we got above 42K. Now I say that, and I know that we can get as high as 52K. But the difference between 42K for me and 52K when I was buying at $15,000, $16,000 is not that much. And it's not me worth risking the farm over, another 15%. It says, are we still above? I need to get rid of all this. Clean up my charts. So yeah, it looks exactly like this is what we're doing still. The question is, how high are we going to go? Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. The question is, how high are we going to go? Thoughts on Bonk? I'm very bearish on Bonk. I've been shorting Bonk and making a lot of money on Bonk. I shorted Bonk. And I made like a 3.5x shorting Bonk. I don't remember which one it was. So here's one of the trades that I did. Shorting Bonk. Yeah, I'm very bearish on Bonk. Bonk is like max. Bonk is like the highest I've ever seen a coin on a weekly RSI. Any asset. Thoughts on Shiba? Why look at Bitcoin chart? Nothing to know. I don't know what you're asking. MF says he asked me from where does the money come from to pay someone who bought Bitcoin at 25,000? He will sell, for example, at 100,000. Are you asking me where does the money come from 25,000 to 100,000? Is that what you're asking? Solana's predictions at the bottom, brother. It's going to come from institutions. 100%. So like there's BlackRock, Fidelity, by my calculations, over $50 trillion of asset managers with the holdings of the assets. They're holding over $50 trillion. If they just put 1% holding, because when they get an ETF, a Bitcoin ETF, they're going to have to hold that Bitcoin. They're going to have to at least hold some of it, at least on a fractional reserve basis. So right now they hold like 3 to 5% in gold. If they just hold 1% of their assets in Bitcoin, that puts you over $100,000. Just 1%. Coinbase is holding BlackRock's Bitcoin. Yeah, that's why Coinbase isn't going anywhere. If it's 3%, that puts you closer to $200,000. Fundamentally. So where is it going to come from? It's coming from your grandpa's 401k. Your grandpa's 401k. Does Bonk come back first? Or my dad? Bonk definitely coming back first, my man. I've been making a lot of money the last few days shorting Bonk. Bonk is max. Maximum. Thank you for the rose and the lightning, you savages.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
If someone had 50 to 60K to invest in good projects, what could they potentially be the next bull run? I think if it's like solid projects, like we're talking like Bitcoin, like the big three, you could probably expect a 10x if you diversify those properly. I think almost everything will 10x. Bitcoin's not going to 10x from here. It'll probably do like a 6x, 7x. But there's other big projects that have not done anything. You think that's it for Bitcoin? 39K or 36K? Ultimately, I think we're coming back to 35K for Bitcoin. But I do think that there's a possibility that we get the full retracement. Johnny, thank you for the confetti, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Thank you for the Mr. Orange, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Which big projects would you recommend? My favorite big market caps are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Quant. Those are my top 4. Yeah, those are my top 4. Better than Verizon and AT&T. What is better than Verizon and AT&T? ICP? Listen, I'm a fan of Helium. I'm very bearish in the micro on Helium. I have a Helium miner on my house right now. If you want like the true like eSIM coin, that would be Dent. That's your eSIM. Mobile service. No, I like Helium. I'm bearish on Helium in the micro. Their chart, they are very overheated. Very overheated in the micro. A lot of stuff is overheated at this point. And we might get some crazy little run-ups in the last, like the finality of if Bitcoin does go to say, 48K, we're going to get some crazy run-ups in the finality of it going from 42 to 48K. But I think Helium at a minimum is going to backtest minimum. We're talking $5 minimum that it's going to backtest that. And it could go as low as 320. And for me, I'm going to be accumulating some Helium once it gets to $5. I have some Helium now. I'm a big fan of Helium, but it's very much overheated right now. On the daily, we're at 81 on the RSI. And on the weekly, I think we're even more overheated. Yeah, 91 on the weekly. That is insane. What about XLM? XLM's at the bottom, but I'm a fan of XLM. $5 for Helium. iTunes mobile Helium app. Yeah, I think we're going to go as potentially as low as 30K for Bitcoin, but Rollbit Crypto, what's the ticker for that? It would be very short-lived. Would have to set some yeah, no, that's right. We're not going to live there. You had me at Quant. Now, I'm a fan of Quant. Quant did almost a 5x when everything else was dead. People are acting like Quant. They're like, why isn't Quant doing anything? It's like, because it already did it, bro. Like, we're hanging out now. Quant did a 5x when everything else was dead. Do you think DGB is a good investment? I don't invest in DGB, but that doesn't mean it's not a good investment. Where is Bitcoin heading by the 31st of December? We're probably going to cool off. That's the full moon energy. Do you think ICP is a good to buy at current price? I think if you're just holding it, yeah, it's fine. If you're just buying and holding it, if you're going long, I think it's dangerous to go long right now. Because I think we're going to have a pullback for ICP as well. But I mean, if you're just holding it, I don't think it's bad price. If you're just holding it for 2024, 2025, I think it's fine. We'll probably, potentially we could get to like $30. $15, $20. But I'm not touching ICP as far as trading it right now. Anything about around $100 for Quant, I think is a really good price. And I would consider 110, like just around the $100 mark. Yeah, I think Link, we're going to get a nice... I mean, we're already getting a pullback for Link right now. But I think we're going to go back to $10 for Link. I mean, I think it's the time to like go on offense when we get these pullbacks. Like this, in my opinion, it's the last sort of, big buying opportunity that we're going to get. Yeah, Link is overheated though. This is a normal move, and this is the one I've been teaching on my Patreon. But this is perfect textbook Wyckoff accumulation. And then you have your SOS, and now we're working on our BU, which is your sort of back test of the prior trading range. We're a minimum $11. We're gonna back test for Link. I think that's not a bad price. Have you heard anything about Mining Pi? I haven't. What did he say about Kaspa? Yeah, 8 cents. I've been bearish on Kaspa for a minute. I told you, like, I made videos, and I have videos of me talking about Kaspa when it was like 2 cents, and I said it was going to go to 14 cents. I have videos on my TikTok that are not even that old of me saying Kaspa at 2 cents that it was going to go to 11 cents, as high as 14 cents. But now that we're there, like, it doesn't just keep going in a straight line forever. Like, that's not how it works. This is like very overheated. And, that doesn't mean that Kaspa's a bad project. It just means it did a 20x, and it's what goes up must come down. Like, nothing goes in a straight line forever. That's not how it works. But it's overheated. And when you have these big gaps in the market, which we do right now, if I were to just draw it out for you, basically right now, from here, it's a terrible line, to here, you get the idea. This is all like funny land, and there's no trading here. We just rocketed right through there. There's no trading. That is a gap. Like, that needs to get filled out. And what needs to happen for Kaspa, for it to be a nice, healthy coin, is it needs to like come down here and just trade in here and work this out. And that would be really good and healthy for Kaspa to do that. But this is going to get filled at some point. Damn it. Bonk is way overheated. Dollar cost average. Which coin do you think is going to rocket next? I'll buy it 5 cents. I'm going to personally be start buying Kaspa at 8 cents. But I think if it gets to 5 cents, like, that's a really good price. Yo, Ski, what's Gucci, brother? What up, fam? What percentage is that pullback? From the top, I mean, we're talking about, we're already down from the top. We're already down 35%. And I was bearish at 14 cents, and people were like, nah, it's going to keep going. But if we go all the way down to 5 cents, we're talking about a 70% correction. Is Kaspa. What platform am I using for looking at charts? I use TradingView. For trading, I like BingX and I like MEXC. Those are probably my favorite trading platforms. I also use KuCoin, but not as much. For accumulating, I use Coinbase and Uphold. What are your... I should pay attention, but what are some of your favorite pre-SOS coins you bullish on right now? So ICP was on that list. ICP was on that list, but ICP is definitely working on its SOS move. right now. Like this is the SOS move for ICP. And I'm like, I'm not as bullish on ICP anymore because it's already working on that big move that I was talking about. XRP is one that is pre-SOS. Rose, VRA, VET. I have a whole list of them on my Discord. There's quite a few coins that look like Link pre-breakout. Let me see. But yeah, those are to name a few. The biggest one is XRP. How to use MEXC in the USA? You just need a VPN, brother. That's it. That is it. All you need to do is see this little thing right here. I like to use Brave browser, and I like to use their VPN. But hey, now I'm in Germany, and I can create a new account. I was personally grandfathered. Did it just end the stream? Whoops. Apparently Restream doesn't like the VPN. Are we still live on YouTube? Are we good? Are we live? But yeah, that's the VPN that I use. You can use whatever one you want, but that's all you need to do. I was grandfathered in because I was already using it. I was already using BingX and MEXC, so like my account is still fine. But I set one up as a test for my buddy using a VPN, and that's all you need is a VPN. You're good. I'm gonna make a video on that. Like I'm gonna show you how to do that. What is pre-SOS? Great question. And this is the type of stuff that I teach on my Patreon. So let's go to Link. Okay. Because Link is the textbook, the one that I'm Link is the one that I'm using for and I deleted my freaking chart. Damn it. That's okay. Oops. Where are you? There we go. All right. So this is the type of stuff I teach over on my Patreon. And Link is the one that I've been using as the example because it's just so clean. It's very textbook clean. So in Wyckoff accumulation, which Wyckoff accumulation just is how you measure the bottom. Okay. So let me show you. We'll pull up another one. All right, so this is fundamentally the my bread and butter on how I measure the markets is Wyckoff method. Okay, and to oversimplify it, and this is the type of stuff I teach over on my Patreon. Okay. So you have your accumulation, which is the bottom. You have your markup, which is your bull run. You have your distribution, which is your rounded top, and your markdown, which is your bear market. Okay. And then textbook, this is what the schematics look like. Okay. So if we look at Link, it's doing the same thing. You have your PS, your preliminary support is right here. Then you have your selling climax, your automatic reaction, your secondary test. Then you got your LPS down here, and after your LPS you have your SOS, which is this big move that breaks you out of this trading range. The big move that breaks you out of the trading range, right? After that, you back test the prior trading range. That's what is next for Link, is to backtest all of this at about $10.50. But there's a lot of coins that look like this, such as Rose is one example, and it's pretty damn close to getting its SOS like now. It might be getting it like in the next few days or a few weeks. It has Wyckoff accumulation pre-SOS. Like PYR already got its SOS. Naka already got its SOS. AIOZ already got its SOS. ICP is now working on its SOS. So they're all the same. Wyckoff accumulation is over 100 years old. So you think XRP might break out? Yes, I do. Like, XRP is one of the coins to me that looks like Wyckoff accumulation pre-SOS. And I have a price target of $1.11 for XRP in the near future. How far could Cardano pull back? What do you think about Phantom? Phantom is solid. What are your thoughts on DOT? The same thing. It's solid. Like, I'm not in love with DOT or Phantom, but they're all right. I think they'll do okay. ADA was the question. How far is it going to pull back? I don't know. I don't even know if ADA's got its SOS or not. Is the thing. Potentially. Yeah, you could definitely classify this as an SOS. It would be a weak SOS. A strong SOS would get you to 91 cents or about 88 cents potentially. That would be a strong SOS, and that would be a nice level. But if this is the SOS, you would come back to about 46 cents. Sign of strength. Mike, you should start watching my Wyckoff accumulation lessons. I have start with those. I have a bunch of videos on Patreon. And when you start going through them, start with the Wyckoff accumulation and the Fibonacci's. There's like 3 or 4 videos. Those are the ones you should start with. Because that is basically like the foundation of everything else. All the other lessons, they build off of that. Dude, that was hilarious. That when I turned on my VPN, like Restream was freaking out. I'm holding as much tether as I can until 2027. 2027, huh? What do you think about XLM? I like XLM. It's like top 10-ish for me. Infinity, thank you for the follow, you savage. I got ICP at $3. My man. Life is a lie. What a name. Soundgarden, thank you for the follow. Is Caspa on Binance? I think it is. Yeah, I'm going to make a video for you guys on how to use Mexi, BingX, all these different exchanges in the United States. It's really not that hard. You just need a VPN. But I'll show you how to sign up. LCX. Yeah, we'll look at LCX. Bonk. Yeah, Bonk is like way overheated. Way overheated. Your favorite AI token, DNX. And I have a 42-minute video on YouTube going in depth on it. I also have like a 5 or 6 minute like snippet, like the condensed version of it, but that's my favorite one. Do you do one-on-ones? On my Patreon, we can do like a Zoom. That comes with the portfolio review. LCX was the question for Alejandra. Yeah, this is Wyckoff. LCX might be one too. See, I don't know what the tokenomics on LCX are, but assuming that the tokenomics are good, assuming the tokenomics on LCX are good, I would classify this as Wyckoff accumulation pre-SOS. Eve AI, share your thoughts. My average is 460. Nice. Yes, correct. DNX. That's my favorite one. Delta November X-ray. What was it? Eve AI. Doesn't look like there's any charts. I was thinking about joining the team. Join the team. Money back guaranteed. If I don't add double the value, you get your money back. I mean, it's $10. You just buy me a cup of coffee at Starbucks and I'll teach you how to trade. Why is Bitcoin dropping, Poppy? Because we're up 200%. It is normal to have a back test. Any thoughts on Mint Layer? Been looking around on the Patreon. Looks awesome. It's actually even more organized on the Discord. I don't know how to organize things on the Patreon, I'm going to be honest. So it's just in chronological order. But when I send you the Discord invite, it has all the same information. It's tabbed. It's organized by like section. Eve AI. Yeah, I don't see a good chart for this. I don't know anything about it. And we'll check out Uniswap, I guess. I mean, it's okay, I guess. This looks like decent Wyckoff. Crypto Rising says, okay, you guys, get on this. Yeah, it's $10. $10 is that comes with my course, and then $53 is the portfolio review. TJ95, hey brother, what up? But also, if you get the portfolio review, you get everything else too. Solana. Yeah, Solana's working on its SOS too. A lot of the market is doing the same. It's doing the same stuff. But yeah, Solana is definitely, it's on its SOS. Whoops, I typed in SOS. So the same thing. This looks exactly like Link. And this big move right here, this is your SOS. And so like the normal thing after we figure out where it's going to go to, which is probably right exactly where it's at. I don't think it has too much more in the gas tank. Let me see on the weekly. 84. Yeah. I mean, I think you're splitting hairs in the micro. On the macro, we're going to back test minimum of $48. Yes. So when Bitcoin pulls back, if the coin look, and this has been my sort of thesis. So the question, Melissa says, can I pay $53 one time and then go down? Yes, you can. A lot of people do that. That's what I recommend you do, actually. Some people want to keep it at $53, but I recommend you just do the one time and then drop down to $10 because you'll continue to get my weekly videos like that. All right. NS50Cal says, should we expect price drops after the SOS happens? Yes. Okay. My overall thesis is, and this has been my thesis, if the chart looks like this with the clear defined SOS, these coins will pull back double what Bitcoin pulls back. And what I mean by that is I anticipate a pullback for Bitcoin of 2. So we're at 42K right now, to 35K at a minimum, as low as 30K. And so we're talking a 20 to 40% pullback for Bitcoin 40% would be if it gets all the way up to 48K. All right. The coins that look like this are going to get potentially double the pullback percentage wise that Bitcoin gets. Link is an example. Caspa is definitely going to get a big pullback. HNT. But the coins that look like this, such as GRT, pre-SOS, I think are going to get rotated, get their SOS, and then pull back. How do you short crypto? Has the pullback begun? Not yet. We're very close, though. Has the pullback begun? Oh, how do you short crypto? It's pretty easy. So here's my micro account. I don't know. This is like my little side quest that I'm working on in the background because you guys weren't really interested in the videos every day. But I mean, I can make them if you guys show it some love. But basically, the side quest is taking a micro account. Some of the OGs might be aware of it. But I took $10 and I've traded $10 to $77, and I haven't added any more money. This is only from trading. Okay, so this is my micro account challenge, and the goal is to trade this until we get $10,000. That's the goal of that. But if I wanted to short a coin, you would go to derivatives, perpetual futures, and I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not like in the charts like ready to do that. But let's say I wanted to short Bitcoin. I could do so. I could change my leverage to whatever I want, and then I could do a limit order or a market order. And then I could do like 25%. And then I could do like if I wanted to short Bitcoin all the way to 35K at 18x leverage, that would be like 130. There you go. That would bring us to 30K. And then my stop loss would be like, I don't know, 60, 46K. I'm dead wrong, whatever. And then I would just open this. That's it. So now I have a stop loss and so open short. I could do an open long as well, but this is short. And that's how you can bet. That's how you can make money if the market goes down. But I'm not going to do this because I wait for setups. But yeah, that's how you do it. What is SOS? SOS is sign of strength. It's basically you're trading sideways. Just to oversimplify it for you, SOS is this move right here. Boom. Trading sideways for forever, boredom, rock solid bottom, and then a big move to the upside, breaking out of this huge range. That is an SOS. Hey, brother. So that's how you can short crypto. And I've been shorting crypto. I shorted Bonk and I made a 3.5x. I shorted Bonk and made a 1x. I don't know where my other picture is, but yeah, I've been shorting Bonk because it's way overheated. Is XRP getting ready? Yes. In my opinion, yes. XRP is getting ready for its SOS. Very much so. Very clean. And in fact, it has a macro Wyckoff accumulation within a medium-term Wyckoff accumulation within a shorter term Wyckoff accumulation within Wyckoff accumulation. So that to me leads me to believe that there is a big move coming for XRP in the medium term, short to medium term, the medium term. $1.11. Yeah, that's my target. That is the target. Should we expect another pump soon? It's hard to XLM typically follows XRP. They're kind of sisters. But when we have our big breakout, it's hard to figure out, like, you kind of need to let the dust settle. Yeah, it literally, like, I can't even tell the difference in the chart. Where did XRP go? I'm not used to using this monitor over here. I usually use my big monitor. Yeah, both of these are like super algorithmic. Like, let's look at XRP, or we're on XLM, and now XRP. Spot the difference? Me neither. uh 111 target to pull out. I'm going to be taking a little bit of profit there. Not a lot. But yeah, I'm going to take a little bit. Oops. Yeah, the ones I'm like really bearish on though in the medium term is Kaspa, HNT, all the ones that have like really rock and rolled. Like, I'm bearish on these ones. Perhaps Beam. Kaspa though, definitely. HNT, Naka, ICP is about to get on that list. Link. These are coins that I'm bearish on right now because they've had a nice monster move. So it's normal to just backtest the prior range. And I'm not like a bear or a bull. Like, I just say for what it is. I'm not dating or in a relationship with any one of these coins. I was bullish all of last year on almost everything. What about Matic? Santa rally coming. Could be. What do you mean by target? Yeah, I would say weeks. Target is like, that's where I think it's going to go. Matic is similar. I sort of like view Matic like I look at Quant. Although Matic probably has a little bit more competition. But I view Matic the same way I view Quant. In that, like, it was one of the strongest performers during the bear market. It did a 4x during the bear market. Yeah, it did almost a 5x during the bear market. So it's just doing like reconsolidation. Pretty much Wyckoff, honestly, in the medium term. We'll see what it does. It wouldn't shock me to make another leg higher, but it wouldn't shock me to not either because it already did a big move in the bear market. My nickel 618 fib is a pretty good spot. Support for ICP. Yeah, 618. You just have to look at the different coins. Different coins honor different levels. Like Matic got rejected off the 0.5. Bitcoin tends to get rejected off the 618. But the range technically is the 382 to the 702, and then you just kind of want to be mindful of what they've done. Different coins honor different levels. Support for ICP, I don't remember. I think it's like $5. ICP, where are you? Here you are. Yeah, we're already under $10. Yeah. We're probably going to come back down here. Well, $8. The highest, $8 would be like the higher end, and potentially as low as $7, I think would be a normal, healthy pullback for ICP. But this, I don't know how high it's going to go. Like, you want to see some signs of weakness. It's not necessarily a good idea to short a coin while it's breaking out. You know what I mean? Because, like, you need to see the dust settle on how high it's going to go. AVAX take profit. Yeah, this is the same thing. SOS. The back test would be $30, $21. Yeah, I would consider taking profit here. This is your SOS. Because you're going to get a back test. Minimum, you're going to pull back to like $30. Minimum. And you'll probably go back into the 20s. Because this is a big level right in here. So minimum, you're coming here. You're probably coming here, though. This is Megan, by the way. If you have a bunch of altcoins and the market is going down, what do? Continue to dollar cost average. If you didn't take profit, don't sell when it's going down. Just continue to buy more or just steady the storm. But the best strategy is to just buy and hold. Just continue to buy a little bit each and every week. And thank the heavens for your Black Friday sale. If I shop at Victoria's Secret, if I shop at Nike, if I shop at wherever, and they had a 40% sale, I would be like, oh my God, it's Black Friday. Thank goodness. But for whatever reason, people with their investments, they think, oh my God, it's down 20, 30%. I need to sell this. But I look at it like this is a great sale from my favorite retail store. Just continue to dollar cost average. I think it's a good idea, like if you have dry powder, to bring your average price down, because it's easier to be in the green then. So like if let's say my average price of Bitcoin was 40K. It's not, but let's say it was. And Bitcoin drops to 35K. Well, I could buy it at 35K, and now my average price is 37K. Now it's like that much easier for me to profit. Do you think it's a minimum of 12% drop if Bitcoin ETF doesn't get approved next year? Honestly, and I've been very consistent on this, the narratives to me are, I don't want to say irrelevant, but unless they're like something major, it has to be like it's going to affect my life. Like, I don't know what it would even be, but 99% of the narratives to me are completely irrelevant. Whether or not the Bitcoin ETF gets approved or not, I think that Bitcoin is going to pull back a minimum of 20%. Minimum. And it could pull back as much as 40%, depending on how high it actually goes up. So if it goes all the way up to 48K because the Bitcoin ETF gets approved, well, it's going to come all the way back probably to 30K and backtest this whole range here. And then the other narrative would be like, so it would be like, oh, buy the rumor, sell the news if we backtest, if it did get approved. And if it didn't get approved, it would be like, well, it didn't get approved, so that's why we're backtesting. But for me personally, it's like, this is Wyckoff accumulation, SOS, and the next move is the backtest of the prior trading range. To me, it's irrelevant whether or not the Bitcoin ETF gets approved or not. It doesn't change my life. I'm not buying BlackRock's Bitcoin. Like I know that institutional investment is going to follow that. I understand that like your grandma's like 401k is going to go into Bitcoin after that. That's cool. But for me personally, it doesn't change my life. And I think even if the Bitcoin ETF gets approved, I still think we're going to get a minimum of a 20% pullback. If it doesn't, they'll say, well, that's why we're getting a 20 to 40% pullback. If it does get approved, they'll say, oh, it was buy the rumor, sell the news. Thank you. Crypto is talking about Silo. Have you heard of it? No, but typically when you start hearing about stuff, it's like, it's about done. If crypto pulls back 20%, will you sell and rebuy? So months ago, like I have videos from here, all in here, and the OGs that have been here all this time know. Like I made videos in here saying that this was a local bottom. I said why it was a local bottom, what it feels like. And I also said, like on this local bottom, I said if Bitcoin doesn't reach 38K by December, I would shave my head. Why I was making these videos when Bitcoin was 25K, I said that I would be selling 15% of my Bitcoin at 42K, which I did, and I'll be selling 15% at 48K. If we go to 48K, I will sell another 15%. The reason that I am selling that, not only because I'm up over 200% or close to 200%, but because I think we're going to get a back test and I want to accumulate more Bitcoin. And the cat. That's right. And the cat. Buy low, sell high. Yeah, no, like the best strategy, listen, for regular 99% of the people, the very best strategy is to just buy every single week, accumulate, and then de-risk once you are in profits. Meaning, if I double my money, say, like if I accumulated $1,000 and now that's worth $3,000 or $5,000, de-risk, sell my initial investment so that I don't have any risk anymore. So if I sell my original $1,000, I have de-risked. And now I have $4,000 of money that if it wants to go to the moon, then great, I'm pumped. But if it doesn't, I already got my initial out anyways. So the average Joe is best served, in my opinion, to accumulate, and then de-risk when in profits. That's right. I'm quite fond of my hair. I didn't want to shave my head. I'm very fond of my hair. Hypothetically, you have 600 ICP at $5. What would you do? Well, then you've doubled your money. I don't think it's a terrible idea to take 10% off the table. My general rule of thumb is every time you 1x your money, meaning every time you go up 100%. So now you bought it at $5. It's currently basically at $10. It was already past $10. I don't think it's a bad strategy to sell, what'd you say, 660 of those. And if it pulls back to $7, well, now you got more money to buy more. Leave it. If you don't have a ton of Bitcoin, isn't it better to leave it? It's not. Bitcoin is, to me, is like I would classify Bitcoin as close to a stable coin, and it will be the future stable coin. I think it's perfectly fine to just keep accumulating all the way through until 2025. For me personally, I accumulated a ton of Bitcoin down in here, and I was up almost a 2x. So me personally, it was worth it for me to take profit. Your situation might be different, and I think it's perfectly fine if you don't have a lot of Bitcoin to just hold and then buy more and get your average price down. Will it go under 41? Should I sell someone? You cannot sell someone. That is illegal. They have outlawed that. That's assault, brother. If you're asking me if you should sell your Bitcoin, I personally took 15% at 42K. Not what you should do. That's what I did. That's what I did. Now, where we're at right now, I think Bitcoin is kind of in limbo. And, I hate to be this guy, but like, it's literally 50-50. We're either doing micro Wyckoff accumulation and we're going to get one more leg higher to bring us to about $40,000 to $51,000. And that is the finality of the move. And I will sell even more Bitcoin if that happens. Or this is it right here. And we're going to back test 35K. So I can't tell you what to do, but my general rule of thumb is anytime you 1x your money, it's not a bad idea to take 10%. So if you bought Bitcoin under 20K, I don't think it's a bad idea to take 10% off the table. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. The most violent scenario is 48K, the real move, like wicking I keep clicking over here. The real move wicking to maybe like 50K, but like the body being on 48K. And then potentially going all the way to 30K. But ultimately, after we get the finality of this move, whether it's here or whether it's here, I'm not sure whether it's here or whether it's here. Ultimately, we're going to be trading in between here and here, between 35,000 and 40,000 for the better part of 6 months. And for me personally, I'm going to be accumulating as much Bitcoin as humanly possible when that happens. Music right now. Alpha Bull, thank you for the follow, you savage.
Firmly grasping.
Whoops. I clicked the wrong one.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Yes, Bitcoin dominance is certainly an indication. When Bitcoin dominance starts dumping, but Bitcoin is holding, that is a sign that the altcoins are going to go crazy. Crypto News Guy says he doesn't trust Tether because of lawsuits. Listen, if you don't like Tether, that's fine. But I will tell you, I've been in crypto since 2014, and they've been saying the same thing about Tether since like 2017. This same like narrative that Tether is going to depeg, they've been saying since like 2017. And from my experience, whatever is popular is wrong. And it's very popular to say that Tether is going to go to nothing. I don't think it's a good idea to put all your eggs in one basket. I personally split between USDC and Tether. I have a 50-50 split of my what I call dry powder, which is money on the sidelines to take action. But I'll just say like that has been a narrative forever. And the crazy part is that was a narrative before Luna collapsed and USDC really did depeg. That was a narrative on Tether before then, and Tether was the one that did it. Nothing is like 100% safe and secure, but I feel pretty good about Tether. That's been a narrative forever. All right, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, I mean, we're still in like a pretty big uptrend right now. This has been like, we've been honoring this since December of 21. This Bitcoin dominance has been going up. So we'll see if we get below the last iterations, we got into like the, you know, the 70s. But the stable coins weren't really a thing back then. So this is, to me, is pretty much like the 70s. I think we could probably backtest into the 40s, and that would be when we get like a pretty big altcoin run. But this is, we still just we've been following this for a long time now. Where is my chat? There we go. We didn't even play our game this time, guys. What is early access include? That's videos that are not on YouTube. And also, like, I always will go over an idea that I'm theorizing with the market on Patreon before I put it on YouTube. Answer me this. If you have USDT or USDC, is it easy to turn into dollars? Yes, it is extremely easy. All you need is like any exchange. So, and you have to connect it to your bank account. That's it. So I would say Coinbase is the most liquid of them all. As far as if I need money right now in my bank account, Coinbase, it's like that. Out of every asset that I have, which I have real estate, I have gold, silver, I have stocks, I have crypto, I have land. Out of every asset that I own, crypto is the most liquid. If I need money right now, crypto is the most liquid right now. A couple of clicks, it's in my bank account. Now, on Coinbase particular, so like USDT on other exchanges, it usually takes about 1 business day to get to your bank account. On Coinbase, they have a debit card that you can use, and you can just spend USDC on your debit card, and they also count USDC as USD. So you don't even need to sell it for USD. You can just cash out USDC to your bank account, and it is there. If you pay a processing fee, it's there by the time you look at your bank account. It is already there. Seconds. If you want to wait the 1 business day and not pay the 1% fee or whatever it is, I don't even know what it is. It's a small fee that you have to pay. If you don't want to pay that, it's 1 business day. Can USDT be put on a ledger? It can. Never converted crypto into USD or USDC or USDT. I actually dollar cost average into both of those as well. So like I have my normal buys that I buy every single week, but I also buy USDC every week, and I buy Tether every week. And that's for when we have dips in the market, I buy the dips. Yeah, Tether is USDC is more like the very centralized version, and Tether is more of the decentralized version, although they do have a centralized entity. But Tether is more used on your DEXs, which are your decentralized exchanges, where USDC, you can use them there, but most people use Tether. Just got in this game this summer, still learning. Hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to help people learn as much as possible. The interrechinations of my mind are an enigma. Yeah, no, knowledge is power. That's what I'm here for. I'm trying to educate as much people as possible. And I personally like answering questions more than just straight up price predictions, to be honest. I like educating people and helping people learn and grow. Do you like Superfarm? I am agnostic on Superfarm. I don't have any opinions. You're great, by the way. You answer every question. Thank you. Solo, good. Listen, I'm going to say about Solo. All right. Listen. I will say about Solo. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. A strategy that I am working on, that I am hammering out the the fine details, which I'm not going to teach it. I'm not going to put it out until I've hammered out the fine details, because it's a new strategy that I am working on. But it has been very profitable, but I need to back test it and stress test it before I teach it. Okay? But a strategy that I'm working on is being a social contrarian, which I already am. And what I have been doing is whatever your favorite crypto influencer has been saying that they like X coin, whatever coin, it doesn't matter. X coin, Bonk, for instance, is an example of one that I made a lot of money being a social contrarian. When everyone was talking about Bonk, your favorite crypto influencer, whatever coin that they're shilling, I do the opposite. And I'm literally on Twitter just looking for coins that popular influencers are saying, like, oh, this thing's up 10x. It's going to the moon. Like, I'm literally on Twitter just looking for this stuff. And so the other day, an example of this, and I can't even find my 3.5x trade that I had on Bonk, but here is my Casper as an example. I put this out on my Discord. I shorted Casper because I've said that Casper is way overheated. The miners are leaving it, and I'm seeing influencers talk about it on Twitter, how it's going to go up. So I shorted it and I made 100%. That's an example of the social contrarian strategy. Another one is Bonk. Whoops. I traded that one 3 times. And I made over 100x on all 3 of them. Here's one of them. I can't find the... But yeah, I'm saying all that to say that Silo, or whatever it's called, is one that's on my radar. SYLO. It's one that is on my radar to find a good entry point to be a social contrarian. It's one that's on my radar to be a social contrarian. I don't want to. Bonk rug pull. Why not what? Where can Ocean go? Yeah, and I put this out on my Discord the other day. I'll just show you guys like the kind of stuff. I literally said the same thing. Not financial advice. I'm working on a social contrarian strategy. Back tested. However, social media influencers are promoting Caspa. Miners are leaving Caspa, and it already hit the 4.236 extension. And in my Patreon videos, I've talked about more in depth on why I'm bearish on Caspa. And then this is a couple hours later. So that's what I already showed you guys. I would use USDT. The general strategy, and I'm fine-tuning the details, but the general strategy is look for your favorite social media influencer. We won't say any names, but these guys are like the Jim Cramer of crypto. And anytime they're promoting a coin, it's already at the top, and you can make a lot of money. These guys are the Jim Cramer of crypto. There's a few of them. There's like 4 or 5 of them. And they promote these coins when they're already maximum parabolic, way overheated, 4.236 extension. I'm not sure if they just want to wreck their audience, or if they're like, if they're trying to have excellent liquidity, or they just don't know. I'm not sure. But either way, you can make a lot of money. People that don't research, or they only look at fundamentals. Like, I think there's different layers. There's fundamental analysis, which I think is very important. There's social analysis, which almost no one does. And then there's technical analysis, and I think it's important to combine all 3 of them when making your analysis on a coin. Personally, Marcus, thank you for becoming a member on Patreon. Shout out to you savage. I don't know if you're still here or not.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, guys, a lot of value that I'm putting over on my Patreon. Honestly, the Patreon is really my main thing, and that's like the most valuable information that I do. It's all on the Patreon. And if you guys want to support my work and you want to learn a skill set, that's how you can do that. But that is going to be it for this time. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. All my links are in the description. I will never message you and tell you that how's your trading going. Those are scammers. Please report them. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless. I'm out.